So first I will explain you all the question, and I hope कि many of you know how to like write code in Python. I think all are comfortable. So let's start the question first. So our question is, suppose we have a list. We have a list of elements. And in this list of elements, we have elements like this: 12, 13, 16, 19, 21. And there is a value which is given in the form of integer, which is k. And k can be any value, like any value. So let's, for example, we are taking k as 2. Now what you have to find out, you have to find out the maximum sum of subarray. So now this list is also known as array. So array is basically known as list of elements. And list is also known as list of elements. So in different other languages like C++, this list is known as array. And now we have to find out maximum sum of subarray. So for example, k, the value of k that is given here is the length of subarray. So for example, if k is equal to 2 that we have given in the example, so our subarray will be of 2 elements. And that elements can be a comma b, any element from this list. Now suppose in our case k is equal to 2. So now we have to take the maximum elements from the list A. So from these list A, what are the maximum elements? Right, tell me two maximum elements.
19 and 21.
So now this list will contain 19 and 21. And what is the sum of 19 and 21?
40.
40.
40. So my output is 40 as per this list. Now if value of k is 3, now what will be my subarray for maximum elements?
16, 19, 21.
And what is the sum of 16, 19, and 21?
56.
Okay, like what is 56? So this is my question. This is my question that I have to solve. Now you have to do it with the help of Python. Now how you will perform this question? So this question is based on list. List in Python. Now there are different approaches to solve this question, but I want like to tell you the most simple approach. So how many of you know like inbuilt functions in list? How many of you know inbuilt functions in list? So suppose let's take a input of the list from the user, because we are not going to take the input directly. So we'll take the user's input in the form of list. So how to take a user input in the form of list? So what we have to do is, let's take a variable and give it a name as list, because we want to store our list elements in this variable. Now tell me how to input something in Python. How you can input something in Python? Just tell me that. If you want a user input in Python, what?
Input function.
Okay, so basically input is not a function. But yeah, you can say it like a function only. So yeah, input is there. Now tell me, if I want to take the list, first thing that I have to do is, see, whenever you are taking a list, suppose it will ask you enter a list. So you will put it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you want to enter 5 elements, and these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the 5 elements, and if you are taking an input like this, so you are taking it in a straight line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how this Python will know that we have to take all these 5 input as a different elements in the list?
Split.
If I want to break all the elements with the help of space, what is that function that I have to use?
Split.
Split, correct. So if I will only use a split, then what will happen if I am writing on a straight line 1 space 2 space 3 space 4 space 5, then by default a split function will split all these 1 2 3 4 5 in different other elements. Now as soon as you are dropping these 1 2 3 4 5, you have to map them as an element of list. You have to map them as an element of list, that this is my element 1, this is my element 2, this is my element 3. There is something known as map. So you will map these elements of the list. Now, after mapping it, so why I'm using mapping function? Because suppose it asked me input a list. So I will put the element 1 first, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. Who will tell me that which element will be my first element and which element will be my second element of the list? Who will tell me? There is no one to tell me. So we have to use a map function. That map function will help us to make this input 1 as a first element, 2 as a second element. Now, you know that you are performing a mathematical operation in this question. So the input that you are taking here currently, what is this? What kind of input it is? It is a string input. So if you have only put input, this means that it is a string input. So now you have to cast it as well. So I will put a int and I will put a comma. So now what will happen is, suppose 1 2 3 4 5, first they came and they got our data type as a string. After that, a split function will work. So now these all 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 5, it will become 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 as a separate elements. Now what this map function will do for the element at the 0th index, so index 0, at the 0 index, one element will be there and it will be casted into a int data type. And same like this till the fourth element 0 1 2 3 4, because 5 elements we have and the index is n minus 1. So if we have 5 elements, the index will go to 0 1 2 3 4. So for all the 0 to 4 index, we will get the list of elements casted as an integer. Now till here, what we have done? Till here, we have only taken the input and we are casting it and we are splitting it. Now we have to change it into a data type, which is list. So now we want to create it in the form of list. So if we want to create it in the form of list, we have to use list in the starting. Till here, everybody is clear? How to take a user input in the form of list? Is everybody clear?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
nice. Nice. So now what we will do is, Mhm. So if you want to comment something in Python, you have to use control backslash. You can comment it.
If we don't use list keyword there, then
Yeah.
like what will
Okay.
happen
So
then?
if you will not, Mudita, if you will not use the input keyword like list element here, so what you have to do is, suppose if you are entering one element, then it will work. But as soon as if you are entering the second element, like 1 space 2, it will not work. Why it will not work? Because right now it has only one variable. So for one variable, one value will be mapped. But if you don't want to use a list, and for example, if you want to enter 5 elements, so you have to be like 1 A, B, C, D, E. So let's see what will happen. And it was a nice question. So yeah, A, comma B, comma C, comma D, comma E. See, suppose we want to enter 5 elements and we want to print them. Let's see what will happen here. So it is asking me the elements. So I will put 1 space 2 space 3 space 4 space 5. By default, in my A, B, C, D, E, it will input A as 1, B as 2, C as 3, D as 4, E as 5. Is this thing clear, Mudita? So
Yes, yes.
this is basically how to take 5 inputs in a single line. So what people do is people take input A, then second line B, then second line C. But if you want to take all the 5 inputs in the single line only, you have to follow this approach. Now, why I am taking a single variable here? Because I am casting all these things into a list. I want to create a list, and list will hold into a single variable only. List will not be of 5 variables. You know this thing. So till here,
Yeah,
everybody is
yes, yes,
clear.
yes. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Now this is the first step. Now we have to take a k also, which is our index. So we will take k is equal to, first we have to take an input. So now you know that this input is by default taking the values in the string manner. So now you have to put a int outside and you have to cast it into a int. So our step 1 and step 2 is completed and we are taking the input from the user only. Now what is our third step? Third step is to create the logic. So any one of you who has any logic in mind? Any one of you with any logic in mind? Take your time, think 1 minute and tell me any mathematical logic that you think can work here. And I will make that mathematical logic into a Python code. Anybody? See, if you will not try, then you will not be able to do it. Anyone? Any one of you? Okay.
Something like if we extract k number of maximum elements,
Okay.
um, like that.
Basically, that is completely correct. That is also a logic. So you are saying that you will extract k number of maximum elements. You are saying this thing, okay? So if you have said
Yes.
a single thing also, I will try to create logic on this thing only. Okay. So now what I will do is I will take a variable which is known as sum because I have to sum my values now. So I will take sum is equal to 0. Why I'm defining sum is equal to 0? Because I have to store my sum somewhere. So at starting, I'm putting my sum as a value 0. Let sum holds nothing. It has only a 0 value. Now I will do one thing. So you want to extract k maximum elements. So I will put a loop for I in range k. So now Mudita, tell me if k is at a value 3, then how many times this loop will run?
Uh, Three times only, like for I is equal to 0 first, then I1, and then I2.
Okay. So Mudita, if by any reason you want to extract k maximum elements, so I have ran a loop here. Now tell me all the maximum elements that you will get, where you will store those elements. So we'll take a
In
empty
an
list,
empty list.
empty list,
The name,
and I will
the name
write
is
for
same.
I, yeah, I will write for I in range k. Let's give it a name, different name, list one. So for I in range k, list one dot append what? List one dot append what?
I. Nahin, nahin.
Max of
Okay, yeah.
max of I. Max of I or what?
List and then bracket mein I,
Okay.
maybe.
Max of list of I. You are saying something like this.
But I'm not sure.
Okay. Anyone else who can help me here? Why, Mudita, why I will take maximum of list of I? Just understand. Once this loop will run, the first value will be 0. Yes or no? And maximum of list 0 will be list of 0. For example, my list is this. Let's take a list here. For example, my list has value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if starting I value will be 0 according to the range k, which is range k is equal to 3. So starting my I value will be at the 0 scale. So if I will take maximum of list of I, so maximum of list of 0 will be 1. So you are not getting the maximum element from the list. Basically, what you are getting is 1 only.
Yeah.
So what I will do is, I will just write maximum of list. Now what it will do is, for I have to find out k maximum elements. Understand? I have to find out k maximum elements. So I have ran a loop for till k, and every time I will take a maximum element from the list. Is this thing clear to all of you? I will append in my new list, I will append the maximum element of that list. How many times? K times. Any question here? Please ask. Anyone has any questions here?
So it will like from max, it will directly extract
Yeah,
the
yeah. Mudita, if
maximum
you will put
number.
anything, any point of time, max and bracket me list, then every time what it will do is it will extract the maximum element from the list.
Yeah. Okay.
But now, Mudita, again the same problem. Because if this loop will run 3 times, then every time it will extract 5 only.
Remove.
Because maximum element is 5 only. Now what you can do? Like what you will do now? Now think again.
We will have to remove that element, the
Correct,
maximum element.
correct. So how to remove that thing?
Remove function.
Correct, remove function. So what I will write is, I will write LST, and from which list I will remove? From which list I will remove that element?
Original list, LST.
Correct. List dot remove and max element, max of list. Is this thing clear till here? Is this thing clear till here? So see, for the first time when the I value was 0, it got inside, it has taken out 5 and it has removed 5. Then again it will go to the loop. Now I value is 1. It will again take the maximum element, and this time the maximum element will be 4 and it will remove 4. Then again it will go inside and it will take 3 and it will remove 3. And we are taking the 3 maximum elements. Yes or no? Is this clear? Yes or no? Tell me fast.
Yes, sir.
If
Yes,
not
sir.
clear, please ask the question. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, okay.
Okay. Now let's see what values we are getting from our list 1. Let's run this code. So first we are inputting the list. So I will give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it will ask me a k. So I will put k as 3. See, are we getting the maximum elements of the list? 3 maximum elements. Is it correct?
Yes.
Now if we want to sum these elements, because we want the maximum sum of the subarray. So now how to do the sum here? Now this thing you people will only tell, I will not tell this thing. Tell me how to take the sum of these 3 elements from the list 1. Who will tell me this thing? It's very simple. You have 3 elements in the list and you want to take a sum of them. How you will do the sum of them?
By for loop.
Correct. For I in my list 1. And tell me, if I am writing for I in list 1, then tell me what will be the value of I? What will the first value of I if I am writing for I in list 1?
5,
5.
5.
5. Correct. Then second value 4. third value 3. So now what I will do is the sum function that I have taken as 0, I will write sum is equal to sum plus what? I.
I.
And I will write print sum. Our program is done. Is this question clear to all of you? This is approach that Mudita has told me to do. Now there is different approaches also. Is this question clear to all of you? Is there anything that you want to ask in this question?
No, Pritesh.
Okay, nice. So now we will move to the approach second. And that approach is approach by Geeks for Geeks. So that approach is by Geeks for Geeks. So that approach is little tricky. And in that approach also we have used for loop 2 times. But my thing is I will tell you that approach so that you can get to know something from that also. So let's take this time I will not take the input from the user. I will take direct input. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. And I will take k is equal to 3. And I will take a variable sum and initialize it with a 0. Now I will run my loop first for I in range k. So for the first step that I'm doing in this approach is I am just taking, for example, if k is 3, I am initially I am summing the starting 3 values. If k is 4, then initially I am summing the 4 values. So this is very simple first thing that I am going to do here. So I am writing sum is equal to sum plus what? If I want to add the starting 3 elements of my list, what I have to write here?
A of I.
A of I.
Correct. Correct. And now I will save this sum to a variable which is answer. So at starting, there can be a possibility that you will not be able to understand this question, but till the end, when I will explain you, you will get it very, like in 100% told, you will get it. So now we have done our task first. So the first task was to taking the starting like elements, starting k element sum. That was the part first. Now I will again run a loop for. Now I will again run a loop. Let me wait. Okay. So now I will run for I in range. Now this time, the see, if I have taken the starting 3 element sum, so I will not do that approach again. What I will do is now I will take the elements from k till length of my list. So start till k we have done the things. Now I will take the range from k to length of my list. And what I will do is I will add a value in the sum. Sum is equal to sum plus a of I. And after that, the tricky part that I'm going to explain you is sum is equal to, again, I will write sum is equal to sum minus a of I minus k. And I will explain you this step. Don't worry right now. And then what I will do is, I will take print maximum of sum. Okay, we don't have to do it right now. We have to take it in the loop only. So we will store our answer in is equal to max of sum, comma, answer. And at last we'll print our answer. Now, many of you will think like what kind of approach it is, and it is very tricky because at starting at initial phase, you will not be able to understand this. So now we'll take the step and start from one by one. So at starting, my ik value is 3. So this loop will run how many times? First will be 0, second will be 1, and third will be 2. Like 3 indexes, it will move 0, 1, 2. So now in this line, so first value sum at starting sum is equal to 0. Now when this loop will run for the 0th index, it will get a value 2 to me. Then when it will run for the first index, it will add a value 3 to it. And when it will run for the last index, it will add a value 4 to it. So till here, what is the value of my sum? 4, 3, 7, 7, 2, 9. Is this thing clear till here? Till here, everybody is clear? Okay. So now in this line also, my answer is getting a value. What is the value getting by my answer variable? Please tell by your like just spell the thing because I'm not able to see the chat box.
9.
9. बोलने में कितना टाइम लगता है बोल दिया करो. Okay. So now again the third thing. Now till here everybody is clear. Now this is the tricky part. And I will explain you it by code. And after my explanation, you have to explain it how we are doing it. So now, second thing is now we'll start from the k to the length of a. So value of k is 3. And if it is till length of a, then it will go till what value? 3 to 3 to what value?
5.
Correct. 3 to 5. So at this place, sum is equal to and sum plus. So initially sum has a value 9 because in Python line by line code executes. So my sum value has a value 9 here. And what is a of I? What will be the value of a of I in the first case? 9 plus
5,
9 plus
5,
5. 9 plus 5. And what is this value here? 14. Now in this line will come again. Sum is equal to sum minus, so 14 minus, and what will be a of I minus k? So what is the value of I here? What is the value of I here?
3,
3.
And 3 minus 3?
0.
0,
0. So a of 0, what is the value of a of 0 here?
2.
2,
2. 14 minus 2. What is the value 14 minus 2? 12. And now what is like if we are taking maximum of sum comma answer. So my sum value is 14. Sorry, my sum value is 12. And initially my answer value has 9. What is the maximum number in 12 and 9?
12,
12. Now I will tell you this concept, what this concept is. This concept is known as sliding window concept. So at starting, suppose we have a value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll take this value only. So if we want to take the maximum element sum, so you know that k holds a value of 3, which means my window is of 3 elements of the list. So at starting, my window will start from here. So first window was adding all the 3 numbers. Is it correct? Yes or no? Till here.
yeah,
It was my first window. Now what will be my second window? Yes or no?
yes,
So that's why what we are doing is first we are taking this window. And after that, we are taking the whole window. And in the whole window, we are subtracting this value to get the second window. Now, after this, now tell me, according to this, when value of my I will be 4, according to this, when the value of my I will be 4, then what will be the value here? If my value of I is 4, what will be the value here?
Uh, 16.
What will be the value?
मतलब 9 plus a of 4 will be 7. So 9 plus
Just
7
tell
is
me, just wait. What is the last value of what is the last value of sum? What is the
12.
last value of sum?
ओके जो चेंज हुआ है उसका पूछ रहे हो ना ओके सॉरी
हाँ, see Python in Python code run by line. So value of sum has changed to 12.
या यस
Now 12 plus a of I, what would like 12 plus a of I? What is the value?
19
19. So tell me, if you are adding these four values, what is the value? Is it 19?
No.
Then let's again do. See, at starting, the value was 3. Now the value is 4. So sum is equal to sum plus AI. So sum is our 12 and 12 plus 7 is 19 only. That Mudita told 19. Now Mudita, in this line, for the second scenario, it will be 19 minus what?
आई डोंट रिमेम्बर k का वैल्यू लाइक वाज इट 4
See, suppose, wait. Let me do one thing. Let's write the same value 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. You calculated the first window and you got a value 9 here. Sorry, same a value here. Yes or no?
यस
Now you go on to the second window, and second window, how you are calculating the second window is you are adding all these values. Sorry, how you are calculating the second window is you are adding all these values and you are subtracting the value this one. Now, after this second window you have calculated, now what values you will add? You will add all these values, and what value you will subtract? 3. Let me explain it again to all of you. Okay. So at starting from this thing, we got a value 9. Now we are going to start the loop from k to last. So at starting, the value of k is 3 and it will move till 5. So we will get only two values for k. First value will be 4, sorry, first value will be 3 and second value will be 4. So these are the values of k. Now sum is equal to sum of ai. So sum is equal to sum plus ai. So sum has a value 9 here and 9 plus a of I, a of 3. What is a of 3 here? 5. So 9 plus 5, 14. Okay. After that, sum is equal to sum minus, so 14 minus a of I minus k, which is a of 3 minus 3, which is a of 0. So 14 minus 2, what is the value here? 12. And we are taking the 12 value here. Now, for the second scenario, for k is equal to 4. K is equal to 4. So in the last sliding window, see, for the second sliding window, you are getting value sum of all these three values for the second sliding window. Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
For the second sliding window, you are getting 3, 4, 5. Now what you are doing, you are adding the fourth value here in this code, in this line. And in the next line, what you are doing, you are subtracting this value 3 here. And you are getting this value, 4 plus 5 plus 7. And that is your answer. See, this is something known as sliding window. So starting, we will take 3 values. This is maximum. Just at starting, we'll take these 3 values and we'll think that this is maximum. Okay. After taking the next window of 3 values, we'll find whether the starting window was maximum or this window was maximum. Okay. If this window was maximum, we'll remove that window. Now again, we will take complete this window and we will subtract 3 from it. So now last window is 4, 5, 7. So we'll check whether the window of 4, 5, 7 is greater than 3, 4, 5. If yes, then 4, 5, 7 window is our answer and our answer is this. Is this clear to all of you, or still if you have any questions, please ask. See, this concept is important and this is known as sliding window concept. Tell me what you are not understanding in this question and I will explain you. Any point
Durgesh,
of line that is, yeah. Yeah.
if it will not be in sorted order, then still it will work. I mean,
So let's check. Let's check. Tell me. Is it working? Is it working? Yes or no? बताओ ना पल्लवी, इज इट वर्किंग? करेक्ट आंसर आ रहा है नहीं आ रहा
yeah,
है?
yes, yes, Durgesh.
क्या यस आ रहा है, गलत आ रहा है?
रुको देखने दो, checking.
गलत आंसर है।
हाँ तो फिर कैसे बोल दिया सही है?
So this will not work if it is not sorted. Then we have to sort it.
Correct. So in Geeks for Geeks, in this question, they have already told that the list is in sorted order. But if it is not in sorted order, see, this approach will work in all the cases. This approach will work in all the cases that I have written here. Simple approach.
Mm-hmm.
But in this approach, you have to sort the list. You have to write here A is equal to A dot, sorry, A is equal to sorted. I just forgot the syntax. A dot sorted. I think sorted is the only, yeah. So you have to sort the list first. And for sorting the list, you can apply different operations. See, every time they will not tell you to write a function. There's something known as bubble sorting, merge sort, different kind of sorting algorithms are there. But yeah, for your thing, you can go with the bubble sort technique. If they're asking you that you don't have to sort with the help of function, you have to write the complete code, then just please try to go with the concept of bubble sorting. And bubble sorting also follows the approach of sliding window. But in that, the window is only for two occurrences, like what bubble sort will do. So suppose if it is like in line 1, 2, 5, 3, 7, sorry, 9, 4. So what bubble sort will do, it will always check the element with its next element. So 1 is greater than 2, yes or no? No. So 1 will not change its position. Now 2 is greater than 5, yes or no? No. So 2 will not change its position. Now 5 is greater than 3, yes or no? 5 is greater than 3, yes or no?
Yes.
5 and 3 will be swapped. So 3 will come here and 5 will come here. Now 3 is greater than 9, yes or no?
No.
Sorry, 5 is greater than 9, yes or no? 5 is swapped, na?
Yes.
Yes, so 5 will not change its position. So now 9 is greater than 4, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. So 4 will come back and 9 will come take its place. Again, this loop will run. And this loop will run till the length of your list. So if it will run till the length of your list, by default at the ending, all these values will get sorted. So there is a bubble sorting algorithm or bubble sorting code available on internet. You can try to get that code, try to understand from it. It's very simple. If you're not able to understand, I will tell you. So will you be able to do this question?
हाँ, फर्स्ट अप्रोच ज्यादा इजी है.
फर्स्ट अप्रोच तो कुछ है ही नहीं. सेकेंड अप्रोच अच्छी है. But second approach, you have to take your you have to use your mind. In that approach also you have to use your mind, but in this there is a little tricky approach. So now let's move to our second question. So how many of you know the concept of dictionary?
हाँ, पता है थोड़ा थोड़ा.
Okay. So the second most important question is extract the duplicate elements from the list using dictionary. Let's take a list. A is equal to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Please raise your hand, the people who don't know about dictionary. I don't have knowledge like in Python dictionaries. Please raise your hand once. If you have no knowledge, okay, Mudita. So first, I will explain you what is a dictionary. Okay. So dictionary is basically a key value pair. Like Mudita, you know the concept of rows and columns. You know what is a column, what is a
Yes.
row.
Yeah.
So if I talk in that term, then key is basically a column and value is basically the row. And dictionary is combination of key value pair. So why dictionary is more important? Because see, many of the times, Multa, you have heard about something known as hash maps. Have you heard about hash maps?
Yeah, in college, but I don't.
Yeah, so that is dictionary only in Python. So now just understand, in Python there is a language pandas. In pandas. So in pandas, complete concept works on this dictionary only. Now I will tell you how to define a dictionary. If you are listening hash maps or dictionary, just try to assume them in the same thing. So now let's take a dictionary. So I will take, so dictionary by default, the keyword of dictionary is dict. So let's take a dictionary. So how to define a dictionary basically is, first you have to put the curly brackets and you have to write Like for example, I have written A. Let's write Durgesh, comma. Now I'm putting a comma. Let's give a meaningful name. And now if you are giving a string value as a key, then also you have to put them in the inverted commas. Now I'm going to give a job profile. So job profile is also a string, so I have to give it in a manner of like this, job profile. And then I will put colon, and I will take a list, and in list, I will write all the elements. So suppose there is software engineer. Second element was data engineer. And third was data analyst. And let's try to print what we are getting. Dictionary. See. So you are getting values like this: name and job profile. So basically, this is known as a dictionary. Are you getting this thing?
Yes.
So dictionary is basically a set of key value pair. Now, what we will do is, see, if you don't want to write, see, if you, for example, if you want to write a single value only, for example, if you want to write a single value only, then you don't have to use these square brackets. Is this clear?
This square bracket is again list,
Yeah,
Durgesh.
yeah, list only.
And dictionary is also a data structure.
Yeah, dictionary is data structure only.
Okay.
Give me 1 minute, I'm coming. So you know how to use a for loop for list. Everybody knows. Now, how many of you know how to use a for loop in dictionary? Because in dictionary, there are different kind of values. So how to use a for loop in dictionary? किसी को पता है?
Dot items.
So what we will do is we'll write for. Now, how many loops we have to take in the first time? How many iterators we want for the first time?
Two.
Correct. For I comma j in dictionary dot items. For I comma j in dictionary dot items, and we have to put a parenthesis here. Now I will write print I comma j. Let's see what will happen. Is this thing clear to all of you? If I only want to put j, what will be the value here? So suppose I want to put here something like this. Dictionary, and in a square bracket I am putting J. Now what will happen? Who will tell me? What will be the answer now? Let's see. It's a type error. You cannot use dictionary like this in the form of list. Now what to do?
I.
What to do now?
We can use I.
I. Okay, sorry. Correct. So for values, you cannot get a array index. See, if you want to print dictionary of J, so see, let me tell you, if you want to print something like this, dictionary of value. So dictionary of value will never give you a key. Dictionary of key will give you a value. Is this incorrect and clear? Dictionary, if you want to identify the key with the help of value, you cannot identify. But if you want to identify the, sorry, if you want to identify the key with the help of the value, it's not possible. But if you want to identify the value with the help of the key, it is possible. Is this thing clear to all of you?
Yes, Yogesh.
Okay. Now my question is how to take a user input in the form of dictionary. How to take the user input in the form of dictionary. Now you have 5 minutes of time and think how to take a user input in the form of dictionary. Okay, so let's start. So what I will do is I will try to tell you a way. Basically, this question is not asked in interviews, but yeah, I just want to tell you. So let's take a list first. Not, let's take a input first. A equal to int input. A equal to int input. And in this, I will in this input, I will try to put how many key value pairs I want. How many key value pairs I want. Equal to int input. Why it is showing me a red here? Can you tell me why it is showing me this thing? Mm-hmm. B equal to int input. Any error in this line? Okay, which is correct. Okay, no problem. It is showing only. Okay, the B is equal to int input. In this, I will try to put like give the number of key value pairs I want, and I will take a dictionary, which is my dictionary, and I will initialize my dictionary with the like empty dictionary. I don't know why this error are showing a lot, but yeah. Okay. So now this is my empty dictionary. Now I will run a loop for I in range of my B. And I will write key, which is K, comma V, which is my value, is equal to input dot split. And I will write my dictionary key is equal to what? Sorry, dictionary K is equal to what? Tell me what I will write here. Dictionary of K is equal to what? Tell me fast. Dictionary of K is equal to V. भैया की में ही तो वैल्यू स्टोर करोगे ना आप. डिक्शनरी की में आपको वैल्यू स्टोर करनी है. बड़ा सिंपल सा कॉन्सेप्ट है. इसको मैं दोबारा समझा देता हूं अगर समझ में ना आया हो तो देखते हैं. सी क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे. सपोज मैंने बोला कि मुझे 3 एलिमेंट्स अपनी डिक्शनरी में डालने हैं. सो मेरा आई बी की वैल्यू मेरी 3 थी. यहाँ पे आते ही मैंने एक एम्प्टी डिक्शनरी ले ली. इट हैज nothing inside it. I'm just giving it an empty dictionary. Now for I in range 3, then how many times my loop will run if the value of B is 3? Tell me fast.
3 times.
3 times. Correct. So if it will run 3 times, then for the first time, what it will take? So if you are giving two values, what, like for example, I am giving a value name and Durgesh Yadav. If I'm giving name and Durgesh here, if we are splitting this value, what is getting inside K and what is getting inside this V?
Name
First,
and
let's
Durgesh number 1.
let's see. Let's see. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to give 3 values, like 3 key and pairs. So I will write Abhishek, Durgesh Yadav. See, too many values to unpack. Expected 2. So we can only take 2 values. So let's take our 2 here. And here I will write Durgesh. Here I will write Yadav. Then again I will write Mudita. And I will write Garg. See, it is giving something like this. So what it is doing is, first it's taking K and V, and after that it is putting dictionary of K, which is key, and put a value V inside it. Now, who will tell me if I want to input more than one value, how we'll do it? Because by this way, we can only input two values, which is one is key and second is value. But if I want to, for a single key, if I want more than 5, 6 values, what should I do? Till here, everybody is clear. Till here, all of you are clear. So now, how can we put more than one value into the value section? Achha, what is the approach that we are doing here? How we are putting more than one values here? With the help of what? With
List.
help of what? List.
List.
So if we will put here instead of v, if we want to put a list, then what approach we can try to get something like this? So what we will do is we will first take a input k. K is equal to input. And after that, v is equal to list map int input dot split, and what we will write is dictionary of what? Dictionary of what? Dictionary of what is equal to what? Tell me. Dictionary of k is equal to our v. And at last, what we will print? Dictionary. Is this thing clear to all of you? What I have done?
That dictionary of k is equal to v is like mapping, na?
या like इस कॉलम में ये सारी वैल्यूज डाल दो.
ये वाली values जाएंगी. Yeah, okay.
इसको सिंपल समझो एक रो कॉलम के कौन से डिक्शनरी बहुत टिपिकल कंसेप्ट होता है, बट मैं आपको बहुत ही आसान तरीके से बताने की कोशिश कर रहा हूं, जितना आसान मैं कर सकता हूं. एंड मैं सच बताऊं, ये सब चीजें मैंने कभी पढ़ी नहीं है और ना पढ़ाई है इतने खास तरीके से. बट जब मैंने इनको ये पूरा 1 महीने में मैंने सीखा था पाइथन, जब मैंने सीखा था तो कोड करके सीखा था. लाइक कोई भी ऐसा थ्योरेटिकल कंसेप्ट नहीं सीखा था, मैंने क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करना ही स्टार्ट किया था. सो क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करते करते सीखता इंसान ज्यादा है. एंड इफ यू वांट टू लर्न पाइथन, आई विल से यू लाइक ट्राई टू सॉल्व क्वेश्चंस, learn a concept. Like I have told you a little concept of dictionary. Now you know how to take an input in the dictionary, what is dictionary, how it is stored. These things you know now. Now let's solve our question. So we have to find the duplicate elements from the list. Find the duplicate elements from the list using dictionary. So your input is a equal to 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 7, 8. So if this is your input, then output will be a list in which the elements will be 4, 7. This is the input, this is the output. Now tell me मुदिता, जो भी अभी तक पढ़ाया मैंने, या राजा जो भी मैंने अभी तक पढ़ाया, उसके हिसाब से तुम क्या अप्रोच करोगे डिक्शनरी की मदद से? मुझे कोड चाहिए ही नहीं. जस्ट टेल मी तुम क्या ऐसा करोगे, क्या की और वैल्यू बनाओगे जिससे तुम्हें ये पता चल जाएगा कि ये डुप्लीकेट एलिमेंट है और ये नहीं है. और अगर इतना तुम नहीं सोच पा रहे हो तो तुम बहुत पीछे हो. मुझे अगर डुप्लीकेट एलिमेंट्स निकालने, हाँ बोलो.
एलिमेंट को ऐसा की लेंगे जितना भी एलिमेंट है.
करेक्ट. और वैल्यू क्या होगी?
वैल्यू तो काउंट करना पड़ेगा।
Correct. So key will be my values and sorry, key will be my elements and value will be how many times they have appeared. And after that, I will run a loop k comma v in dictionary dot items, and wherever the value is greater than 1, I will print that element. Is this thing clear? So let's do this. So what I will do is I will first make a empty dictionary. So I have to do it with the help of dictionary na, so I will make a empty dictionary. Dick. Okay, and now I will take an empty dictionary first. And now let's move to the concept. So I will run my loop for I in A. For I in A, I will write something here. If अगर मेरा जो element है, if I is already in, if I is already in my dictionary, अगर I मेरा पहले से ही डिक्शनरी में है, अगर I मेरा पहले से ही डिक्शनरी में है, ठीक है, सो मैं क्या करूंगा, मैं डिक्शनरी के उस एलिमेंट पे जो कि आई है, उसके एलिमेंट पे, उसकी सॉरी जो डिक्शनरी है उसकी आईथ वैल्यू पे मैं क्या ऐड कर दूंगा, क्या ऐड कर दूंगा बताओ?
1 1।
1। करेक्ट। अगर वो मेरा एलिमेंट पहले से ही प्रेजेंट है तो भाई उसमें एक बढ़ा दो। अगर वो एलिमेंट नहीं प्रेजेंट है, अगर वो एलिमेंट नहीं प्रेजेंट है तो मैं क्या करूंगा उसके आइटम के, उसकी वैल्यू के साथ? अगर वो नहीं पसंद पर लाइक अगर वो पहले से नहीं प्रेजेंट था, नया नया आया है, तो उसको 1 वैल्यू दे दूंगा। करेक्ट है ना? पहले से है तो उसमें एक बढ़ाऊंगा, अगर पहली बार आया है तो उसको 1 वैल्यू ही दूंगा ना।
हम्म।
हो गया मेरा कोड। उसके बाद मैं एक लूप चलाऊंगा फॉर आई कॉमा जे इन व्हाट इन डिक डॉट आइटम्स। अब इफ अगर जो कि वैल्यू है मेरी जे, अगर वो ग्रेटर देन है 1, तो क्या प्रिंट करूंगा मैं? क्या प्रिंट करूंगा मैं? बताओ।
They are duplicate.
आई, जो कि मेरा एलिमेंट है जिसकी फ्रीक्वेंसी मैं निकाल रहा हूं, ये कितनी बार आया है।
अच्छा हाँ,
लेट्स रन दिस। सी 4 और 7 डुप्लीकेट है मेरे। कितना आसान सा क्वेश्चन था। मैंने लूप चलाया इसमें पूरे में, ठीक है, ये पूरा लूप चला। मैंने बोला कि भाई अगर मेरा जो, क्योंकि मुझे चेक भी तो करना पड़ेगा ना कि डिक्शनरी में मैं फ्रीक्वेंसी कैसे निकालूंगा। फ्रीक्वेंसी निकालने के लिए मुझे चेक करना पड़ेगा, मान लो डिक्शनरी पे पहले से ही कुछ था, फिर अब जैसे मान लो अगर डिक्शनरी में यहाँ पे जाके मैंने ये कंडीशन ना डाली होती, फॉर एग्जांपल मैंने ये कंडीशन ना डाली होती, तो मैं क्या करता, हर बार 1 1 ऐड करता रहता। बट मुझे भैया ये कंडीशन डालनी थी, मुझे बताना था कि अगर पहले से प्रेजेंट है तो ही उसमें 1 1 करके ऐड करो। अगर पहले से प्रेजेंट नहीं है तो उसे कोई नंबर भी तो देना पड़ेगा ना। जो चीज पहले से प्रेजेंट ही नहीं है उसमें आप ऐड कैसे कर सकते हो? मतलब आप ऐड तो किसी नंबर में ही कर सकते हो ना। बताओ, अगर आपको 1 ऐड करना है तो आप किसी नंबर में ही ऐड करोगे ना। आप बिना किसी चीज के तो 1 ऐड नहीं कर दोगे। लाइक कैन आई ऐड 1 टू अ टेडी बियर? नो, I can add 1 to a number only, which is 1 or 2 or anything. So for that condition, for all those elements who are appearing for the first time, I am giving them a value 1. And all those, because see, जैसे ही आपने फॉर एग्जाम्पल सब, इसको चलो रन करते हैं, बड़ा सिंपल सा है, इसको इसको समझते हैं क्या हुआ। सो एंड स्टार्टिंग फॉर आई इन ए, सबसे पहले एलिमेंट क्या आया? 2 आया। क्या 2 डिक्शनरी में पहले से था? क्या 2 डिक्शनरी में पहले से था? टेल यस और नो।
no.
बताओ ना यार मुंह से। 2 क्या पहले से डिक्शनरी में था?
नहीं नहीं।
नहीं था ना। तो ये इस वाली कंडीशन में जाएगा या एल्स वाली में जाएगा?
एल्स।
एल्स में जाएगा ना। तो एल्स में अगर ये जाएगा तो अब एल्स में क्या वैल्यू हो गई? अब 2 के समान कौन सी वैल्यू आ गई? 1।
1।
नाउ अब सेकेंड एलिमेंट आया 3। क्या 3 एलिमेंट डिक्शनरी में पहले से था? 3
नो।
क्या डिक्शनरी में पहले से था? नहीं था। तो 3 के भी समान 1 आ जाएगा। अब 4 क्या पहले से था?
नो।
नहीं था। तो 4 के भी सामने 1 आ जाएगा। फिर 4 आया। क्या 4 पहले से है?
यस।
है। तो 4 में 2 हो गया। ऐसे करके 5 में फिर 1 हो गया। 6 में भी 1 हो गया। 7 में 3 हो गया जब तक पूरा लूप रन किया। और 8 में 1 हो गया। ये कुछ हमारी डिक्शनरी इस तरीके से दिख रही होगी यहाँ पे, लाइक इस तरीके से ऐसे ही दिख रही होगी ना हमारी डिक्शनरी पूरा रूल लूप रन होने के बाद। उसके बाद भाई मैंने की वैल्यू पेयर का लूप लगा दिया और बोला जहां जहां पे भी जे की वैल्यू 1 है तो जे की वैल्यू 1 से ज्यादा कहाँ थी? यहाँ थी और यहाँ थी। और वो प्रिंट आई। तो आई मेरा क्या था? कीज थी। तो मुझे वो कीज प्रिंट करो जहां उनकी वैल्यू 1 से ज्यादा है। तो कौन कौन सी की प्रिंट होंगी? 4 और 7। समझ में आ गया? इज दिस क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू?
Yes.
बढ़िया समझ में आया है? मतलब ये क्वेश्चन कर लोगे या रट रहे हो? रटो मत, कुछ भी समझो। हर चीज रटोगे तो पाइथन में कुछ नहीं होने वाला। ये कोड कभी भी रटना मत कि ये कोड रट ले। ये समझो कि ये कैसे हुआ है। बहुत ही आसान है। बहुत ही समझा दिया है। अब अगर मुझे इस कोड में मान लो ये 4 और 7 दो लाइन में आ रहे हैं, मुझे एक ही लाइन में लाना हो तो मैं क्या करूंगा? बताओ।
एंड एंड एंड।
ओके करेक्ट। मैं लगा दूंगा कॉमा एंड। और एंड में मैं कुछ भी नहीं डालूंगा। लाइक आई विल जस्ट पुट अ empty thing here, empty string kind of thing. So ये ऐसे आएगा 47। बट मुझे 47 थोड़ी ना दिखाना है, तो आई विल पुट अ स्पेस। आई हैव टू शो इट अदर लाइक डिफरेंट टू डिफरेंट नंबर्स। 4 7। नाउ सेम चीज अगर मुझे इसे लिस्ट बनाना होता, अगर मुझे 4 और 7 लिस्ट में डालने होते तो मैं यहाँ पे क्या करता? मैं भाई एक एम्प्टी लिस्ट उठा लेता और यहाँ पे मेरा इसके बाद क्या होता है स्टेप? लिस्ट डॉट अपेंड। अपेंड व्हाट? अपेंड आई। और फिर यहाँ पे मैं क्या करता? प्रिंट माई लिस्ट। अब ये 4 और 7 लिस्ट में आ गए। दैट वॉज माई क्वेश्चन एंड दैट इज माई सॉल्यूशन। यही मुझे प्रिंट करना था कि मेरे पास एक डुप्लीकेट एलिमेंट्स की लिस्ट है। सॉरी, मेरे पास एक लिस्ट है, मुझे उसमें से डुप्लीकेट एलिमेंट्स निकालने हैं एक लिस्ट में ही। सो दिस इज द मेन क्वेश्चन। So I hope you all are little clear with dictionary concept, and that's all from the learning perspective.